I got laid off from my job. Nobody would let me live anywhere. I had 4 evictions on my credit.
So you and the 2 kids slept in the car for 9 days.
I was like, okay, let me fix my credit myself, see what I can do. And so once I got mine up to like a 720, I was like, oh, I'm pretty good at this. And then I started asking my friends, hey, I can fix your credit. Let me just, try it on you. My first year I did 138, second year 250, third year 330K. And when I got to 300, I started investing in real estate.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Small Business Saturday. Now today I have Miss MarQuita Leonard, and she is just an amazing human being. I met her a couple years ago, and she was supporting me, taking courses and reposting my quotes. And when I learned about what she does, she is a multi-business owner. Her main focus right now is her credit repair company, but it's so many facets to her. I wanted to introduce her to my audience because she's a single mother. It's a lot of single mothers who follow me online. And so, welcome, MarQuita, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining me. Now, right now, you live where?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. But you are from where?
Eclectic, Alabama.
Eclectic? How do you spell that?
Eclectic.
Wow, Eclectic, Alabama. Now, were you born there?
I was born in Tuskegee.
In Tuskegee, okay. And so, coming up, were you single parent, 2-parent?
I was a single parent. My mom has 5 children, and she raised all of us by herself. But I lived with my grandmother my entire life. So my mom, she was, going through her thing. So I was the only one that lived with my grandmother my entire life.
Now, were you oldest, youngest?
I'm the oldest.
You the oldest, wow. So you came out first and you went to your grandmother.
Yes.
And your grandmother, she raised you how? Like, was it strict? Was it?
She was strict. Well, she took me in because my mom was only 14 when she had me. So she had to really just step in and be my mom. So she wasn't real strict, but I was a troubled child growing up because I had mother issues.
Tell me about that troubled child. Like, you used to fight?
I did. I used to fight. I used to get put out of school. I was just a troubled teen, defiant, hard-headed, didn't want to listen. But once again, I had mother issues because I felt like as a child, my mother didn't love me because she would move different places like to Florida, different parts of Alabama, but she would never take me, but she took my other siblings. So I always felt like why she didn't want me. So I was acting out.
Now as an adult, do you realize it probably had nothing to do with you and more to do with your father or the man, the man that she dealt with when she was 14, that she probably hated him?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I just feel like she had other issues because even in my teenage life, like I still couldn't get anything out of her, like at all. So I still felt like she didn't love me. And to be honest, I tell people this story all the time. Like, my mom died in 2007 from breast cancer. I didn't forgive her until 2016. I was holding a grudge for that long. And when I decided to heal and seek therapy and forgive, that's when my life took a turn for the better.
So you forgave your mom. How many years? What year did you forgive your mom?
In 2016.
In 2016. And she passed away in what year?
2007.
2007. So 9 years. And you were, what led you to forgive her? Was it a sermon you heard or just needed a change, needed a release?
Well, I kept going through trials in my life. So I've been evicted 3 to 4 times, and living from place to place. I've been homeless, living in my car. So I just really sat down and I was like, God, what am I doing wrong? Now, it is a sermon that I heard called Breaking the Holding Pattern that my pastor Craig L. Oliver played, and I actually heard it on the radio. And so I heard it on the radio, and they would play it like every Friday. So I was like, let me Google this man. So I Googled him, visited the church, and that sermon like really changed my life. But it was just like really sitting down like, God, I trust you. What am I doing? And like, it's like he spoke to me and said, hey, you got to forgive. You got to let go of things that's hindering your life. So I choose to forgive, and that's what happened.
You know, that is deep. And one thing I see all the time is, I would say, mommy wounds. And one thing I notice with a lot of moms who are at fault with their relationship with their daughter is typically their inner pain. Like the way you came into the world, you don't know really if it was forced, if it was rape, if it was he beat her. And then, so it really had nothing to do with you.
Right.
Even as your teenage years, she associates your birth with some sort of failure. And it reminded her of the failure. You see what I mean? And that's what I know, because if it was just her, then your other 4 siblings wouldn't have got any love either.
Right.
So sometimes when we go there too, and I think it's good to see and think about, because it helps you heal, but then now you're gonna find mothers that you can relate to and help them heal, because you know, you see moms sometimes treat one of their kids bad and the other one's real good. You have personal experience in that.
Yeah.
Now, 2016, you forgave your mom. When did you start Bright Beginnings Credit Repair?
In 2016. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I started Bright Beginnings. Okay, so I got laid off from my job May 2nd of 2016. The company got bought out. I was already fixing my credit because, like I said, nobody would let me live anywhere. I had 4 evictions on my credit. So I was like, okay, let me fix my credit myself, see what I can do. And I just started trying different things. And to be honest, like I never thought of owning a business. Like I was just gonna fix my credit. And so once I got mine up to like a 720, I was like, oh, I'm pretty good at this. Like, and then I started asking my friends, hey, I can fix your credit. Let me just, try it on you. And so I fixed hers, and she started telling people, and it was just like it turned into a business. That's just how it works.
Wow. So you had 4 evictions. And now when you said, you had to sleep in your car, was this like sleeping in there for a couple hours? Like,
no,
you had
I
to
slept
spend
in
a
there
night?
for 9 days.
9 days.
Yes.
Wow. Were you by yourself or did you have a
No,
child?
my 2 children.
You had your 2 children?
Yes.
So you and the 2 kids slept in the car for 9 days.
Yes.
Because I hear people say like, hey, I was homeless, but I didn't know if they meant they spent 1 night or they spent 2 hours. 9 days you was homeless.
Right.
That's homeless in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how old were your 2 children?
Malik was 2. Yeah, Malik was 2. And Naya was 8.
I see. So, wow. Now, when you started Bright Beginnings Credit Repair, how many clients did you help before you got an LLC? Before you say, hey, I need to turn this to an LLC?
I had 40.
40 clients?
I had 40 clients, and I wasn't even charging much. I was just like, $40. Like, let me fix your credit, because what I was just trying to do was make it. So I ended up finding a new job, but it wasn't enough to make ends meet. So I was just doing it as a second income to just like help. And it just like really blew up because word of mouth is big. Like everybody just kept referring people. So I had got laid off again, and they gave me a severance pay. And I was like, that's it. I'm not working for nobody else. I'm finna invest in some flyers. So at that point, me and my children, every day, we was going to Walmart, Kroger, Publix, Target, like just passing out flyers. And it just continued to grow.
Wow. So around 40, you got an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started to build. Now, that was 2016, or is this into 2017 now?
We're going into 2017 now.
Into 2017. And you was working your kids. They had to help working.
Yeah.